Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and things happening in my real life. Today I have an update for the Same Pan Last Year project, so stay tuned. Alright, this is the Same Pan Last Year. Did I say that in the intro? I feel like I said it wrong in the intro, but I probably said it right. Anyway, this is the Same Pan Last Year project. It is a Pantastic Ladies collab group project, and it was created by my friend Shelly at Unapologetically Shelly here on YouTube. It started on January 8th and goes until December 8th, and is all about all the holidays and special occasions that happen throughout the year. There are monthly updates, and you can use as many items as you want at one time. Shelly is pretty good about making things open-ended, and this is no exception. If you want to follow the project, you can follow the hashtag samepanlastyearpp. And without further ado, I am doing this rolling style, and I am bringing in prompts for each month. So let's go over the prompts I'm currently working on and what I can roll out, and then we'll look into what I can roll in, or what I will be rolling in. First prompt I am still working on was from February, and that was Black History Month, and that you to bring in a product from a Black-owned makeup brand or beauty brand. I brought in my Violet Sage palette from Ace Beauté. My goal was to use it 5 times, and I did. And in case you haven't seen it before, this is what it looks like. Beautiful pinks, purples, and greens. And I made several looks with this. At the last time I updated, I think I had 3 uses. Over the last month, I've used it 2 more times. So I have met my 5-use goal, and this is rolling out. Then skipping down, my next prompt in is for St. Patrick's Day, which was in March. And that was March 17th, and for that, the prompt is something green, small, leprechaun themed, a pot of gold, any of that. I brought in a pot of gold product, which I just realized all the writing is worn off the packaging. But it is a baked eyeshadow from Medusa's Makeup in the shade Woke, and it is gold. It is my pot of gold. I am wearing it today in the inner third of my lid. My goal was to use this 5 times, and at the last update, I hadn't used it at all because I just rolled it in, apparently. So I did use it all 5 times this month, and that is also rolling out. I guess I rolled that in 2 months ago and hadn't used it. Anyway, I used it all 5 times over the last month. Today was the 5th use. Anyway. Next is for special occasion, and for that is something you got for a special occasion or saved for a special occasion, and I decided to bring in build my own 9-pan palette of Natasha Denona shadows, because Natasha Denona shadows seem to be something that gets saved for a special occasion, I guess. They're new to me. Anyway, this is the 9-pan palette I created. At the last update, I had used this light green, light blue, metallic shimmer, and then I had used these 3 pinky shades on the bottom, the peach, the magenta, and this pinky shimmer, which is, I think, a duochrome. And over the last month, I have used the rest of them, so the green and yellow, this lavender, the blue, and the dark blue shimmer, satin, something. Yeah, I will have to play with the blues and greens, I think, a little bit more, but everything else I really enjoyed using. But I did use every shade in this palette once, which was my goal, and so that is rolling out of the project as well. Next is for April Fool's Day, which is April 1st, and that is something you feel like a fool for buying. I brought in my Eva NYC Main Magic Spray. I feel like a fool for buying this because it It's mainly targeted as a heat protector. I don't heat style my hair. I don't even diffuse it. I just air dry, wash and air dry. But I bought it because it also has, reduces frizz, detangles, softens, shines, smooths, nourishes. Anyway, I feel like a fool for buying it because I probably didn't need it, but I have it, and so I'm using it, and I'm enjoying it. It smells lovely. My goal was to use it 5 times. Over the last month, I've used it 3 times, including today, right before filming. I spritzed a little on to get rid of the frizzies and, make things shiny. Although you can't really tell with this dark hair color. I feel like my hair is kind of an amorphous blob, but, what can we do? I guess I could get better lighting, and then I would look like a ghost. More than I already do. Anyway, that I've used 3 times over the last month. And I need 2 more uses to go. So it is staying in. I will figure out what I'm saying. All right, then for Easter on April 9th, I brought it prompt calls for a pastel item or pastel palette or something. Pastel, I don't remember. I just wrote pastel item. So for that, I brought in my Medusa's Makeup liquid lipstick in the shade Bang. It is a pastel color, pastel packaging, pastel lip color. My goal is to use it 5 times. I have used it 3 times so far, and I'm not particularly fond of the formula yet, but I'm still playing with ways to wear it. Yeah, it might end up decluttering after I get my 2 more uses out of this, but we'll see. I might find a way of using it that I enjoy. Who knows? There may be a way to work it with it, but so far I've used it 3 times and it is staying in. All right, next for Earth Day, April 22nd, and that is an eco-friendly or clean beauty brand. I had brought in my Ilia mascara. This is the deluxe sample size I got from Sephora for my birthday, and I was going to use it 5 times. I used it twice, and I gave up. You may have heard me talk about this before. The wand comes out coated with products. I also talked about this in my ins and outs. I've decluttered this. There doesn't seem to be a stopper in the tube. The wand comes out coated with mascara. I try wiping it off as much as possible to get to the bristles so I can apply it, and then it just makes a mess on the tube, and then I still end up with clumps and glumps, and I've gotten them on my waterline, and it was too much of a hassle and too much of a mess. The formula was not bad, but it was also a little bit heavy, and I just was not enjoying using it, so I decluttered this, and instead, in between updates, I brought in something else from a clean brand to work on and started working on it. This is from PYT. It is their Faux Sun Bronzer Duo in Bali, and it is a clean, friendly brand, and the packaging is recyclable. You just pop the pan out and recycle the plastic. This is what it looks like. I brought it in for 15 uses, and so far I've used it 9 times. And I've been using this one, but sometimes I dip into the darker shade. It all depends on how I'm feeling, But it's a really lovely product. I really enjoy using it. There's a bunch of information on the back of the packaging about how they're clean and friendly and recyclable and sustainable. So I have 9 out of 15 uses to go on that, and it is staying in. Next product is for National Makeup Day on April 26th. That was any makeup item you want to celebrate. I brought in my Full Ritual Magnetic Balm. Full Ritual is not a company that makes makeup. They make like yoga stuff, so why they made a balm, I don't know. But this is it here, the Full Ritual Magnetic Balm. And it was, I don't remember, Second Nature. It was a lovely balm. It really was a lovely liquid balm. I did take the stopper out and use it all up over the last month. I was going to use it for a month, and I was able to use it 26 times or 26 days. That does not count reapplications. That's just if I used it that day, whether it was once or 5 or 10 times, it got used. So I used it for 26 days and it is empty, stopper out, scraped everything out I could get out of it. Lovely product, but you know, I don't need another liquid balm. Plus I went and looked it up and it's like 20 some, 30 some dollars, and it's from a company that doesn't make makeup. So I got it from an Ipsy, but it is used up, goal met for this project. And then finally, the last prompt I was working on was for April showers, bring May flowers. And that is a floral item, whether it's in floral packaging, floral scent, floral name, all of the above. For that, I brought in this guy here. This is from Hemp's. It is their white flowers and chamomile herbal body moisturizer. It's got flowers on the packaging. Wild flowers. Did I say white? Wild flowers and chamomile are all flowers. It's a floral scent, floral theme. I brought it in for 5 uses, and I have used it 5 times. Some of this has been decanted into a travel bottle, so I didn't use all that in 5 uses, but I used quite a bit. So that is everything I've been working on, and I rolled out 4 out of 7, no, 5 products out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I rolled out 5 out of 7. I don't know. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I must have been working on 8 products. Anyway, let's talk about what I'm going to bring in. Okay, the first prompt I'm bringing in is Cinco de Mayo. That is May 5th, which just passed. For that, we are to bring in a 5-pan palette to use 5 times. I have one 5-pan palette in my collection, thank goodness. This is the Ofra Signature Palette in Symphony. And this is what it looks like. It has the Bliss highlighter in the center, and then it has Tempo. I believe that's Tempo, and no, I don't know. Anyway, those 5 palettes, bring the palette in, use it 5 times. And that is what that is. Next is for Mother's Day. That is May 14th. That's this coming Sunday. And it is if you are a mom, a plant mom, a dog mom, a pet mom, if you had a mom, any kind of mom, an item of your choice. So this was a hard one for me. I mean, some of these were all very hard for me. So I decided to bring in this guy here. This is from Peony. It is their Pink Glow highlighter stick. All the writing has worn off, but that is all that is left. It is too dark. I will give you a swatch of it. Can you see that there? Maybe. There it is on. It's too dark for a highlighter. It's not shiny enough to actually do much. I've been using it as an under eye color corrector because it's pretty close for that and it brightens up. I haven't used it in a while though, but that's how I did find to use it. So I'm going to bring it in for 10 uses and we'll see how far that'll get me. Like I said, it's a peachy color that doesn't have enough shine to be a highlighter and it's too dark to be anything else. I might try using it all over my face, but it doesn't really do anything. And it kind of, I just blended it and it disappears into nothing. So yeah, not really for my skin tone, but that's okay. Next, another one that gave me trouble. This is for Pride Month, which is June. And that is something from a Pride collection or a rainbow themed item. I don't have anything from a Pride collection yet. I might get something in the future this year. I don't know. I mean, I have other Pride things. My shirt is a Pride thing that I made. Anyway, so I found the one thing in my collection that I consider rainbow item besides a rainbow palette, but this is the Marvy Corn palette. It has rainbows on it. And I am bringing in this first highlighting shade to use 10 times. and it's got a pretty big dip in it. This was my Pan That palette from last year. My goal was to hit pan in everything. I did not hit pan in 4 of the shades, but everything else I did. But let's see if we can come close to trying to finish this up and see how far we get in 10 uses. It's a very loose highlighter, so, you know, we can do that. It's good. All right, next for Blushing Brides, you are to bring in a blush or a blush palette. I am doing sort of a make your own. This is my magnetic palette, and I chose 2 Natasha Denona shadows that look like they could be blush colors for me, because as I had things, my 2 blushes from the Balm that are in deluxe sizes are about the same size as these, so I figured I would bring these in to try as blushes. I want to use each shade 5 times, and I will give you swatches of those, and I think I just swatched them on top of that highlighter. So that is what they look like. The second one is a little more orangey than I thought it was. I thought it was more pink, but we'll see. Those are also quite heavy swatches over the highlighter on accident. But if I blend them out, that one almost blended into nothing. That is the peach shade, and then this one over here was a little more tricky, but they're both mattes. And get my makeup eraser. So yeah, that might be a little more coral. I was looking for a nice pink shade, but I couldn't find any. So we'll give those a try, see how they look. And yeah, we'll play with that little Natasha Denona duo. Let's see if I can get better swatches without swatching on top of that highlighter. That's a little bit better. There we go. So this is the peachy shade, and then this is the darker shade. That's those 2 there. So we're going to use those 5 times each. And then finally, the last prompt I'm bringing in is for National Best Friends Day, which is June 8th. And that is a product from a friend or something that reminds you of your best friend. My best friend is my daughter. I have a small world. So I am bringing in the one makeup product I have that she gifted to me. It is this Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in the shade, I always forget, Infatuation. And this is a really lovely lip color, similar to the one I'm wearing today. A very dark, plummy burgundy. It does lighten up like the one I'm wearing today. And I'm bringing this in for 5 uses. So that is everything I'm bringing in this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button while you're there and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified by YouTube whenever I upload a video. And until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.